Move over, Medusa. Here comes Shahmaran. Hi, I'm James, and this video is about a major collaborative piece that my wife Umut and I worked on and ultimately performed at a Glass Biennial. So you might be wondering, what is Shahmaran? So Shahmaran is an ancient figure from Turkic mythology that potentially predates stories of Medusa and has some things in common with being kind of part human and part snake-like, and has a variety of different powers and backstories that you can further explore. But this video will just be focusing on how we became interested in that figure and ultimately created our collaborative piece. Enjoy! So I first became aware of the story and the history of Shahmaran during a project that my wife Umut and I were involved with a women's work cooperative in southeastern Türkiye in the city of Mardin. And this symbol that you see here, she's always kind of represented in this very unique form with a snake-like scaled body with a snake head for a tail, and then 6 snake head legs, and then a human head and torso. And there's variations of this, but she always is looking pretty similar to this. And we became very interested in her story and her representation, especially since historically she was believed to have existed in this region of the world. So we thought it was a perfect kind of symbol and myth, and to be working on as we developed different projects with this women's work cooperative. So throughout the country, there are these women's work cooperatives called chatoms that provide opportunities for women based on their various backgrounds and skills in creating different products. And so we had a connection with this particular group, and so we visited them and got to learn a lot about this unique region and its history and a lot of what it was known for, and got to meet the women that were working and organizing these projects. And then, given our experiences, we were collaborating with them to offer some perspective and possibilities for other kinds of products that they might design, create, and produce and sell. So we kept seeing Shahmaran everywhere and thought that she would be the perfect sort of symbol to promote the region. And we commissioned this miniature representation of Shahmaran to be made. And then we reproduced it in a variety of different forms, from small pewter castings to taking molds and casting it in resin and making different components that could be used in jewelry and other designs. But also did her own drawing of Shahmaran, and we printed these cards as a way of distributing information about the project. So we never forgot Shahmaran, and almost 10 years later, in 2022, I created this piece called Love Potion Number 9 that was about Shahmaran, and used a miniature from Reaper Miniatures that I painted and added into the piece as a stand-in for Shahmaran. And just wanted to take some of the inspirations from that mythological story and bring it into my own body of work, and even included a traditional image of Shahmaran that I redrew digitally and laser etched into the underside of the thermonite plate that you can see there. So this is sort of my own personal tribute to that, and we'll be getting into when we started collaborating on the piece. So the next year, in 2023, Umut and I attended a Glass Biennial in Denizli, Türkiye, and this is a piece that Umut created as part of an exhibition, as part of that biennial. And while we were there, we became aware of sort of the crescendo of the gathering was a fashion show that incorporated glass wearable pieces. And so that year, while we were at the Biennale, we brainstormed an idea for a collaborative performative piece that we would work on and bring to the next Biennale in 2025. So another part in the evolution of this piece was that we acquired a collection of traditional Turkish block printing blocks that we became really excited about and started experimenting with in the studio and learning a lot about block printing, and realized that these would be excellent components to incorporate into our larger collaborative Shahmaran piece that we were considering. One of the biggest constraints with the design of this piece was that it had to be able to fit into suitcases to come with us to Türkiye. So we decided to do a large two-person fabric costume that then would be block printed on, and we would include enameled components so that that would fit in with the wearable glass components of the fashion show of the biennial. So we had a wonderful time block printing Shahmaran onto the larger Shahmaran that we were creating, and then making a lot of the other components that were both enameled, and then also using a lot of the textile techniques in metal that Umut uses a lot in her work. And so these are some views of the fabric components starting to come together. So we had to make large enameled components so it would be seen from the stage. And so we started with a large necklace that would go around the snake's tail. And so these are some of the components for that necklace with a variety of different colors. And then those would be jump ring together and placed onto the costume. And in the snake head tail, we also wanted to do a bright red enameled snake's tongue that would move and articulate. But since we had never done that before, we did some motion tests on how that might work before we did the final assembly of the enameled snake tongue. So you can see the movement test here. Here you can see the finished Shahmaran costume piece for us. And I am the snake head tail. There you can see the necklace around, and then my arms are extended holding up the red snake tongue. And you can see a lot of the knitted wire forms that Umut created and adorned with various enameled components. And her face is the only one that's seen in the whole costume. And so you can see her with her stage makeup there. And also with the 6 feet, we decided that our feet would be seen in the costume, and then sort of blended our feet in with the stuffed and sewn foot forms as well. And we felt that added a really wonderful, playful and kinetic element to the piece as well. So here are some great shots from the piece actually being performed on the stage during the end of the biennial with the fashion show. There are a variety of different artists parading their work, and it was really wonderful to hear how excited the crowd got seeing a mythical figure just brought to life in the Shahmaran piece that we had created. So here's video of the piece as it comes to the stage. And so I will just let you enjoy our Shahmaran collaborative piece come to life and meander across the stage for you. So I hope you enjoyed learning about the whole process that created our collaborative Shahmaran performative piece. It was truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and I'm just so happy to share it with you. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you can hear from me when I post future videos. Thanks for stopping by.